Hi there, students. To write up. Okay, to write up is to compose a document, um, to write an article. I always remember when I did scientific experiments. Afterwards, I always had to write up the experiment. So I had to write what I had done and what the results were and what the conclusions were. This would be to write up an experiment, a write up, an article in a newspaper or magazine, which gives an opinion about something. So the restaurant got a very good write up. This is going to be hyphen because it's a noun in the newspaper. The product got a very good write up. Okay, so it got a good article giving the opinion of it. Yeah, so that is a write up. You could write something up, write something in a complete form, usually making notes that you made earlier. So, for example, I could talk with my colleagues about the report that needs to be written. And then finally, I could write it up. So it's to write something in a complete form using the notes that I made earlier. So, for example, you could write up a meeting. You could write up the minutes of a meeting. You could write up a contract. So you've agreed these things. You prearranged what is going to be written in this document, but you've done that orally, and then you have to write it up. You could write up a report of events. Okay, so it's a written account, particularly a flattering article in a newspaper, to make a write up of something, to explain it, to um, you record it. You record it in a neat form. Use it using your notes. So he wrote up a report about his visit. I wrote up the interviews that I had done with various different politicians. A write up, an article in a newspaper or a magazine. So you could have a film write up, a restaurant write up, a write up about a new product. The show received a very good write up. Now you can also use this write up in accounting, is to increase the value or the accounting value of something, to make an upward adjustment in the value of an asset. Also, you could write somebody up. You could document their faults, to document their offences. So the policeman wrote me up for various different offences. It's like to write an official document of complaint. My supervisor wrote me up after my last mistake. Okay, so to um, to cite somebody for breaking a law, for breaking the rule. The policeman wrote me up for because my tail lights weren't working. My brake lights weren't working. Okay, so to write up, to finalize a document, to write the final version of it. So to write up. To produce a formal, full written version of something. I was too tired to write up my notes. A write up, a written account giving an opinion of an event or a performance. I got a really good write up in the magazine. And then in finance, to write something up, a write up as well, to increase the estimated value of something. So yeah, a write up. You're writing it up to write positively about it. I have to write up the incident reports. I received a great write up for for the speech that I had given. A write up to report somebody for a violation of a rule or of a law. A write up, a written account, particularly a flattering article about something. The editor asked me to write up last night's concert. I have to write up my notes for my homework. The students undertook a survey and wrote up their findings in the form of a report. I have to write up my report before going to the meeting. I want you to write up the entire experiment in detail. I must write up my notes about the lecture. Um, so for your homework, you can write up the notes that you made in class. Um, okay, I need you to write up a report of the day's events. Okay, so to write it up, write something up, normally separable. To write up formality, 4.5 informality. Use informally, semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing. I write up something very formal? Probably not. So to write up, a write up.